everybody, and welcome back to the 1313 podcast, the most mediocre podcast in the Star Wars universe. I'm Jacob.
I'm Jackson.
I'm Tommy.
Welcome back to all you Regs and to all you Shinies. Welcome to the podcast. This is the podcast. Please, before we begin, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, you subscribe to the channel, you hit the bell icon to get notified, you hit the join button to support us, you follow us on all of our social media, that being Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and you also support us on Patreon. In the 1313 tier, we do a nice little giveaway every month, and for this month, we are giving away none other than...
Micro Galaxy Squadron Series 2, one of 15,000 rare Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Starfighter.
Chase. So if you want to win that, make sure that you are supporting us on Patreon in the 1313 tier. Fellas, how's the week going?
The week was good. Jackson and I embarked on a pilgrimage to the Mecca, a.k.a. Dairyland, a.k.a. Quick Stop, or Quick Trip.
Quick Trip, bro.
Quick Trip.
Don't be slandering the name.
Quick Trip Central, a.k.a. Wisconsin and Minnesota. Traveled to Minneapolis, got some collectibles. We came back. I'm not going to drone on, so if you would like to, there's a GWOG out. You need to go watch the GWOG, or you don't get to know what happened.
You gotta watch the GWOG. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Thank you to Hunter for having us there. Thank you also as well to Skywalker Hendricks for making your house a homeless shelter. Yes, for letting your pitbull not kill us that day.
The pitbull liked Jackson, and Jackson did not want to pet the pitbull. And then Jackson eventually did pet the pitbull.
I pet the pitbull, is what it is. But yeah, so Wisconsin was a whole lot of fun. For myself, I finished making, in quotations, my 5's armor. It got sent out to the first approval board and got kicked back. So I'm making changes now. Please, for the love of God, if somebody is in charge of the CRL and watching this, please label what colors are being used. I'm colorblind. I can't see. When you say, make it a different shade, I can't see that.
Text with my dad right now.
Yeah, that's what he told me to do,
Help
too.
him mix that shit.
Yeah, so right now I was trying to put on a new kind of blue for my 5's helmet, and it looks way too dang
So
bright.
now it looks like Commander Cook.
Yes,
Legion
it looks
5s.
exactly like Commander Cook's colors. So I have to fix it and make it darker, but it is what it is. In better news, though, Jacob and I ended up going to a concert on Monday. We saw Avenged Sevenfold. That's why we're twinning right now. We got the crew neck from the show.
I would be wearing my shirt, but it's in the wash. I would be wearing my other shirt, but one of you dumb stole it. So, I hope you're watching this, and I hope it doesn't fit you piece of
Are we like bleeping? Like, did we just stop doing that?
Can we believe?
I mean, I think that would make the bit funny. But no, either way, we were leaving the venue, and I had the shirt wrapped in my belt loop, and then somebody just snagged it out of my waist, and I never noticed it until I got back to the car.
I'm surprised you didn't wear the Pusheisty on the show today.
Oh, I can. It's in the other room. Should I? Should I put on the shisty?
If you put it on, it has to be for the entirety of the podcast.
I'll do that.
It can't just be like
That's funny. I'll do
he puts on the Pusheisty for 30 seconds and goes, I'm hot, and takes it off.
Dude, I won't have my glasses on. I won't be able to
The Avenged Sevenfold Pusheisty has
It's
to be
kind of
on
funny.
the entire show.
No, but the concert itself was a lot of fun. The two openers were okay at best. I'm going to be really honest with you.
Sullivan King was pretty dope with his EDM. Poppy was pretty bad.
Poppy was not I know bangers when I see one, bro. And that was
That was not a banger. And she didn't play the one song I like by her.
You got 40-year-old, 50-year-old middle-aged men standing around in a pit waiting for their favorite old, almost Metallica-like band to come on. And you got some young girls singing and dancing on the stage, and they're like...
Okay, I guess that's more of a ski mask and not a Pusheisty.
It is a ski mask. It is not a shiesty.
But we'll
So
call
Jacob
it a
got
shiesty for the
episode.
We'll call it a shiesty for the
Gotta
sake
get my
of the
chains
show.
over it.
If you're just a listener and not a viewer, you would
Audio
not know
listeners
the
love you to
difference.
death. You're missing out on me wearing this nice ski mask that says, quote, "We love you" across the top and nobody on
For how
the neck.
fluffy your hair is, it actually shapes your head really nice.
I was going to say.
No, and it was lots of people were giving me looks at the show, being like, what is he wearing? What is he wearing? But then the lead singer came out and wore this for the first song, so I was like, screw you guys. I'm just with it.
It was available at the merch store at the concert
It
as
was
well.
not. No,
It was not? I
No.
thought I saw it.
Nope. This was only available for the first drop of when the album came out and never again.
Dang.
So,
But you know, concert was a whole lot of fun.
okay. So, like, I've always thought these are so dumb. And then I saw this. I was like, okay, I think it's kind of cool. I've been wearing it, like,
You need to stop looking over at me, dude. 'Cause you'll like talk and then you'll just go.
What, him or me?
At you, at me. You'll just like, you'll be talking and then you'll go completely blank. You'll just look at me. And they're... Okay, I need to pull it together.
But no, I've been wearing this like on days that it was snowing and I had the one wheel with me. I'd throw this on. Game changer. Game changer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably.
It's so nice. So, but now it's just like I wanted to wear it to the show
It's
because
like
I was like,
anti-COVID mask. It's like everything is...
Covers up every other hole but the one you need.
cut little nose holes in it.
Oh, boy.
But no, goofy, yes. Dope as heck, yes.
Very nice, very nice, very
boy.
nice.
And it is definitely already hot.
Well, now you have to work for the whole
I know,
episode because you said you would.
You're gonna see sweat
committed to
out of the hole to the mask.
It's gonna start turning into a soggy dog. People are gonna they're gonna skip halfway through the video to see like, what when did they start talking about what?
So, not much in the realm of Star Wars news. There was an official announcement, which we were kind of already aware of the release schedule for Acolyte. It's 8 episodes. They're going to be about between 30 and 40 minutes, they said, for the runtime of all of them. So
yeah, I know I sent the episode
wee
release
bit
schedule
shorter.
to our group chat, but it's going to be a double header for the first week, and after that, it's going to be single episodes every single week up until the end of the show.
Yeah.
So it won't be like Bad Batch where they're kind of sprinkling in these extra 2 episodes. Next week for Bad Batch, though, we get 2 episodes. That's pretty hype. Stop laughing at it, bro.
And now I'm watching him in the little screen, and it's just... It reminds me of that meme of that little stuffed blue dog, the little puppet one. That, like, when you press its belly, its mouth opens. You know what I'm talking about?
No
No.
idea.
Oh, my God, dude.
Pull,
I don't know what they're called. Zaboomafoo's? No, those are the...
Zaboomafoo is a completely
there was a
different
lemur show on Animal Planet.
R.I.P. the homie Zaboomafoo sadly passed away.
R.I.P. Steve Irwin.
Oh, R.I.P. The dude from the one Dave Portnoy pizza review.
Nah, I don't care.
How to give a pizza to a crack addict. And he had no arms.
I remember
Yeah,
That guy died.
I saw
Of
that.
what,
dude.
crack?
No, apparently he was an artist. And he made art with his feet. Because he doesn't have arms.
That's not funny.
No. Okay, so
So getting
other
into the
than
Bad
that,
Batch
let's talk some Bad Batch.
I was gonna say nothing else really this
First-
week but the Bad Batch.
First impressions of the Bad Batch. Round table, what do we think?
Thought it was a good episode for sure. I mean, gave us the necessary answers that we've been looking for since season 1 for stuff. But
My first reaction was, interesting. Not sure how I feel about this. Do I like it? Do I not? Watched it
Yeah.
a second time. I was like, oh, I do like this.
yeah, I'll admit it. When I finished it the first time, I was a bit disappointed. And I feel like, again, that was just because we've gotten so many action-packed episodes that I wanted that. But the more I let it marinate, I was like, okay, this week was good. And
I think part of it for me is like, I've been watching it as soon as I open my eyeballs in the morning. So I'm not processing all of the story bits and what some of the things that are being inferred by lines said and things like that. So I'm just trying to take in as much as I can in the first watch, and I'm half asleep. So I think that I don't appreciate it as much.
yeah, I mean, that certainly comes with it's better to watch it the second time through if you watch it really early.
Let me just say, you guys need to start calling me the Oracle of the Bad Batch, because I predicted
The
Wolf.
Oracle of the
I
Bad
predicted
Batch.
Tech Death. I predicted now
we predicted Tech Death.
Asajj Ventress. Call me the Oracle of the Bad Batch. Asajj Ventress showed up, and at first I also thought that was underwhelming when I first watched it, the appearance. But then, after watching it again, I think that
Well, we all knew it was coming.
yeah, because
If they didn't throw her in the trailers, then it would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm honestly really surprised that I think it was the day of or the day after. No, I think it was the day of the episode came out. They posted at noon. It said Bad Batch out now, and it was Ventress's saber igniting.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, guess we're telling people immediately what's in the episode now. But
Watch this theory. You
All right,
ready
what's
for
your
this?
theory? What's your theory,
This is
bro?
the Bad Batch Oracle is getting ready for his probably the final Bad Batch theory that I have.
now the Bad
okay?
Batch prophet about to spit in a minute when you're done.
Who's the prophet?
Me, bro.
Huh?
Continue with your rant.
We're just giving ourselves titles
Keep
now?
yapping. Keep yapping.
Here we
Be
go.
the disciple.
I have changed my mind.
Okay.
I don't think Crosshair will die now. After watching this episode, I think everyone except Crosshair and Omega die. Hunter dead, Wrecker dead, Echo dead. And then in exchange, Crosshair and Omega end up joining back up with Asajj and helping out with the Path. Because that's all Omega wants to do now is help other clones escape the grips of the Empire. So through this, we can also, because we know there's a connection between Asajj and Quinlan, there's that connection there. That's where I'm getting that. And that's how I think it's all gonna connect, because it rhymes. It's poetry. But I do think that Crosshair's gonna live and everyone else dies.
Thoughts?
I disagree.
Do you have anything else besides I disagree?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, sure, I've seen a lot of people talk about how maybe
I think they're all gonna die.
this is going to relate back to the Path at some point.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I would be curious to see if it shows up, because the directors of the show were saying that it is supposed to start to connect a lot of other story bits.
Yeah.
I actually have something I just sent to our Instagram chat right before the episode. Jennifer Corbett, who is the executive producer and writer for The Bad Batch, had to say about this episode, saying that we had several discussions about the Dark Disciple book and how Ventress's story would continue. How she survived would be revealed in future content.
Oh.
But for this story, we were thrilled to include her and explore her unique connection to and compassion for Omega. And then Ventress's voice actor then said, I think we're going to find out a lot of things about a lot of things. And I think we're going to have all kinds of fun adventures. So this is not the last time we're going to see Ventress, it seems.
So you're
Ventress
saying
is here to stay.
Another animated show following Crosshair, Omega, and Asajj.
No.
Developing the Path.
No.
Well, what if that does come out?
That would be...
Then I will no longer be Bad Batch Oracle. I will then be Asajj Ventress schmacky ballhead dictator.
No. What I saw some people discussing a lot, what I'm more inclined to believe is that she might be shown in Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of the Jedi. But
Because
she's not a
that's
Jedi.
coming. Tales of the Jedi.
Is she gonna be a
could
gray
show
Jedi?
whatever. No.
Gray Jedi?
That's what I'm really afraid of too, because in the one scene of this episode, she did say, I'm no Jedi. And basically almost, it's like poetry. It rhymes with Ahsoka and Rebels.
Well-
so now I'm afraid that all these people are going to be like, Asajj is confirmed to be another gray Jedi in Star Wars.
So, when it comes to her character, I think that she is great because she's not like a good guy or a bad guy. I like that they kept that from Clone Wars, and they didn't like make her like this bleeding heart, like, you know, good guy now. She's still on, as she says to them, on her own side. This is where I'm still confused though. So maybe you guys can help me like understand this. Is Omega Force sensitive or not? Because I feel like no. Because there's so much conflicting info that I got from this episode.
I feel like she's gonna end up being force sensitive.
Dude, I feel like you're gonna pass out. Is what I feel.
Jacob, are you good, bro? You're just like standing there, menacingly staring at the camera.
I know.
Okay,
Don't
never.
mention it.
All right.
So what were you saying?
I think Omega is gonna be force sensitive in the end, just because of
Okay.
what we've gotten with her
Okay.
midichlorians already.
Right.
But I don't think it's gonna be like as grandiose as we thought it was gonna be if they show it off any other way. Either that or it's just she has midichlorian compatible blood and that's it.
Yeah. I'm kind of on the edge, teetering between she is force sensitive or her blood type is just midichlorian compatible. But here is also another thing too. She could very well be a force sensitive person and be able to use the force. But like what Ventress was saying, she doesn't understand how to use the force. I feel like times before in previous seasons where we were more inclined to believe that was her communication of animals. Like she could go the rest of her life never using the force, how we see it by Jedi, but she could have a decent ability with animals. It's like if Anakin were to stay on Tatooine the rest of his life, he would probably be a really, really good pod racer because the force gave him the senses to be good. He couldn't use it, but he used it.
And also I feel like on that same train of thought, Omega being really good at strategy games
Yes.
is more than just her being really smart. I think obviously she's a very smart character, but I that makes me think of like in The Phantom Menace when Windu is like having Anakin read the images from Windu's mind of like what he's looking at. He's like a ship, a cup, you know, like all that stuff. I'm like, I think that they've been leading up to this. I think that she's more attuned with the Force, but I wouldn't say that she is, like, I don't think she's going to be, like, Force pushing people by the end of the show and stuff like that.
I guess that was going to be my follow-up question is, do you think Omega's going to use the Force now in the Bad Batch?
No.
You don't?
No, I think that if they do continue this, because I would say that it's pretty much guaranteed Omega will survive this show, no matter what what other Bad Batch members survive or don't. They're not going to kill the kid. I think we have built up Ventress to be the person who's going to take care of Omega going forward. Because she also tells the Bad Batch, she tells Hunter and Crosshair, you guys need to let go of her if she is Force sensitive. She needs to be let go and be sent with someone who understands the Force.
Yeah. Would he be mad, though, if Omega used the Force? I guess that's my follow-up question to that.
I wouldn't be, like, angry. I would just be like, okay.
Like, if she like, reached out for something and, like, a blaster flew in her hand.
If it was
is that going to make you
cheesy.
go, no!
If they did it in, like, a cheesy-ass way, then maybe.
Woke Disney making the girls Force sensitive.
Of course, anyone can use the Force now.
It's almost like that's always been the case.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway.
I don't know. But, I mean, yeah, I guess that was kind of my spiel with Omega being able to use the Force or not in general.
Yeah. There was something I was going to... Because, I don't know, I just feel like with the Force sensitive thing, I feel like I've been kind of rejecting that idea, even though it's been present the whole time.
It's been present the entire time.
Okay, that is what I was going to talk about. I'm super confused about the conversation Ventress had with Hunter and Crosshair at the end of the episode, because, again, I've only seen it twice, so maybe I just really need to analyze that scene again, because then she just dips, and then that's it. There is
wow.
The ship goes away, and then that's the last shot. There's no lingering, no nothing.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, it almost, like, it makes me feel uneasy, like, you know? But I did want to point out, as a side note, this episode was called...
Ventress will return in Avengers
The Harbinger.
This episode is called The Harbinger, and the definition of Harbinger is a person or thing that announces or indicates the approach of something. The last thing she says before she leaves is, you're being on Pabu is not as secret as you think it is. She said that twice in the episode. Like,
and
the fact that
I haven't seen the shot of the Venator over Pabu, so that's my oracle. That's
the fact that she was able to find them so easily.
I predict it right now.
I have more to it.
Nope. I took it.
Just continue.
Stealing my ideas.
Her being able to find them so easily, and then warning them that the Empire can find them as well. And I'm also wondering, though, why was Omega a target before the midichlorian thing? Because if you remember from season 1...
They needed her for Nala.
Because she has the original Django genotype.
You think that's what it is? Because she's the closest thing?
Well,
because that's when they were fighting between the clone project and then enlisted soldiers.
Right.
Season 1 is get the original genotype back.
Yeah.
Season 2 is Nala Se won't do our bidding, so let's get Omega as her little pet so she'll do the work. And now it's Omega. 3 seasons of capture Omega.
Yeah. The show should just be run from the Empire, Omega. Run.
Temple Run. Omega skin.
I think Asajj's character was done really well, though. Like, I like the part where they're in the water and she's reaching out with the Force, and then you see the dark side come through and she starts making the Force choke motion. I thought that was cool. Again, it shows me Asajj is not some bleeding heart, light side Force user. She is, like, still a very conflicted person feeling the temptation of the dark side because she's been consumed by it for so much of her life. I liked that a lot. I thought that was a really good inclusion there. And again, it's one of those things that's subtle, but actually means a lot, especially for us having watched the Clone Wars.
Sure. I feel like maybe even back to the saber color debate that we had before, because now our lightsabers are yellow. My thought with that is that maybe we probably won't hear or see about it in this show, but what if in Acolyte there's our characters that use yellow lightsabers, it's revealed to us that that isn't just a natural colored crystal that you can find, and that it has to be refined in some way, similar to how the red crystal is bled and the white is healed. What if something is done to the yellow to make it change that hue?
Yes.
Thank you, Jacob, for that knowledgeable input. Are
It's
you
like-
not trying to laugh?
It's like a jellyfish sting.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, that was really my only thought on that, the color.
That also wasn't her old lightsaber hilt, was it? Or was it just another curved lightsaber?
No, it's her old
hilt?
one.
It
I was
is?
going to say, because she only has the one, though.
Yeah.
Because Maul has the other.
But that one is like a straight lightsaber blade.
But he modified it. I'm
He
pretty
did
sure.
modify it, yeah.
No, it's completely different. It's right there on the shelf connected.
Well, because I'm pretty sure that what the lore was after Maul breaks out in the Clone Wars episodes that ended up being Son of Dathomir comics, he ends up breaking out, fights Ventress, and ends up taking her lightsaber.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's how he gets that one. Because at that point, she still had red ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was the training. Because that's the thing, is I'm still conflicted about the Force thing, because Omega failed the first test.
Yes.
But was that because she was distracted by the Bad Batch, or was that because she isn't attuned with the Force? And then the only reason she quote-unquote passes the second test is because of her relationship with Batcher.
Yeah.
But that also could play into her relationship with animals.
Is what I'm thinking. So.
And then the third test, she reaches out, but she gives up. But she has that same kind of moment that Yoda has with Luke in Empire, where Luke's like, I give up. And then Yoda reaches out through the Force and does the thing that Luke thinks is impossible.
No, I mean, we certainly will get more of a definite answer by the time this series ends itself. But I feel like that was also meant to be confusing. I feel like as the viewer, we're supposed to not be like, she is, or a definite she isn't. And that's why we have to theorize it and talk
It's
on a
very
podcast.
intentional, for sure.
Makes the nerds like a stir.
Yeah, I think it almost makes me want to like try and like binge the entire show, the last 2.5 seasons now, so I can like maybe pick up on some stuff. Because I'm like, I don't know, there's just something nagging at me that like, did I miss something? Or has it not been revealed to me yet?
I always just felt like, because I watched the first 2 seasons again before this season came on, and I can remember very distinctly, obviously, when she plays games with Sid, she understands what her opponents are really going to do and the strategies they have.
Yeah.
There's several times, like when, I think it's season 1, they land on the asteroid or whatnot, she talks to the mole thing living in the meteor, and she gets it to give up the battery thing that they need. But just plenty of times with animals as well that she's able to almost like connect to them in some when they're getting the Moochie.
Oh, Moochie, and
Yes.
what's that? Ruby is the name of the thing for the Duran
Moochie
family.
and Ruby, and then the crater,
Yeah.
the meteor mole thing, whatever it is. So we have some good examples of animal connection, and then for strategy as well. So I feel like at this point, again, if she actually does use the Force, the signs are there. And if people are going to get upset about it, boo-hoo, fella, you didn't watch The Bad Batch, clearly.
Yeah. I think they are. Yeah, I think they are setting it up. The more I think about it,
I mean, they've been setting it up from season 1. We've been theorizing this since season 1.
Yeah, because she has a unique trait. We just don't know what it is, because it isn't being a woman. So
Ventress fight scene with Bad Batch was also cool.
yes,
That was very needed in a a much slower episode. It was cool to have a little fight scene. You get to see and that was very cool too, might I add. Them being like, yeah, we checked out Tech's database. This is this chick, and you see the bald-headed Harpy from the Clone Wars, and it's like that was great because I kind of had this weird feeling that how do they not know who she is?
but at the same time, that also leaves me to ask: did they meet her in the Clone Wars?
Oh,
Because that's also how it seemed too. Because they're like, you don't know who she is or what she did, but it didn't seem just like a general like, oh, she was a separatist kind of a thing. It almost seemed like they had.
Well, they haven't seen her
Almost met.
first because they did not recognize her.
They didn't recognize her because
she got that. She got that nice cut though. Now
She got the low taper fade.
What if Ventress had a low taper fade?
It's her Clone Wars appearance too. That was also pointed out by the directors that they reverted her back to that.
Yeah,
It looks better in my opinion than Schmecky Ballhead Ventress.
Yeah. Dribble that head. Boing, boing, boing.
But, you know, the action scene, I almost thought one of them was going to get injured or almost like hurt more than what was happening, but obviously she didn't want to kill him, so I'm fine with that. I'm cool.
Yeah. So my predictions now.
Okay.
We have, what was that, episode 9?
Pretty sure.
Because the next week is our double release.
Yes, double release time.
Did you change your mind, Jacob, on wanting to know the titles for next 2 episodes?
Nope.
Okay. No, as in you want me to say. So the episodes.
Keeping a little.
Next week is a double release, and there will be no double releases after that.
Yep, single releases till May 1st.
My predictions.
Darth Vader's gonna show up with Thrawn, and Cody's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm a clone and I'm bad now." And then they're gonna come.
Hunter's
to
gonna go, Cody?
Guys, I swear Cody is more important to the story than he actually is. I swear it. Get over it, bro. Cody is not a main character or even a supporting character.
Not anymore.
He showed up. He served his purpose for Crosshair's story, and he gone.
Dipped. He peased.
That's all we need to know right now. Okay? Okay.
But continue on.
My predictions right now. I think
Okay.
next week is going to be the Venator Pabu shot.
Okay.
I think Pabu is going to get absolutely obliterated before the end. And I didn't have this opinion before until I saw that shot in the trailer with the Venator. I think there's no, unless we're being misled, and maybe it's like Rex's dudes have a Venator somehow. I think that the Empire shows up, they come and try to take Omega, and in the process they destroy the entirety of Pabu. Most of everybody is dead.
Not the mayor.
The mayor is indispensable.
If I could expand on that theory, thank you.
No
I feel
stealing.
like this is my just prediction for next week. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. In the trailer shots that we have in the Turbo Tank episode,
that hasn't happened yet.
Fee is the one piloting the Ravager. So
You mean the Marauder?
You
what's
idiot.
the Ravager? What
The
even is?
Ravager?
That's what
Am I
I
thinking of a different ship
what I
entirely?
do to your mama.
We have the same mom, Jacob. That is not cool. Okay, so Fee is piloting the Marauder in scenes that we have in the trailer. So what if Bad Batch go do silly goofy mission and then hijack the turbo tank?
No.
And then after that they go back to
They can't
Pabu,
do
drop
another silly
Fee
goofy mission.
What
No
do they
more
do,
goofy
bro?
mission.
One more goofy mission, and then the Venator goes,
One more mission, brother.
One mission, brother.
One more, brother.
One more brother.
Oh, but y'all are gonna look
Thank you,
silly next
brother.
week when Fee's like, "Hey, let's go to this place and get a relic."
Let's
and then
go
you're like,
find the treasure. You'd be like, Wanda Sykes, no!
Wanda Sykes gonna take us on another treasure
The
hunt.
double episode drop is just a 2-parter Goofy
If it
Minecraft
was a
mission.
goofy mission, the entire 2-episoder, I would be shocked.
The Bad Patch play Fall Guys for 2 episodes straight.
The Bad Batch joined the DSMP.
No, with us only having 6 episodes left, I feel like there is no room for Goofy even though I've always said the Goofy missions support character growth and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot more serious this season, I will say. There hasn't really been a lot of like, oh, silly, Tech does the pod racing and this and that, and they go get a dog and everything. It's a lot more serious this time around. So I think that these next 2 episodes will be super serious, and from there on out we will lead to the inevitable I think ultimately
Attack on
Yes,
Tantus.
yes.
I'm excited for an Attack on Tantus and Thrawn to be there and Sabayoth to be there and
ultimately Tantus gets destroyed, and
Or
all
does
the
it?
and all
Or
the
does it?
research gets destroyed, and that's why in Mando they're still like in the same spot they are now, where they're like, we're close to force sensitive cloning, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
And it would explain why they only have human doctors and not Kaminoans, because
Sure.
Nala Se dead by the end of
Eventually.
this.
Sure.
Dead. Tonwee's dead.
Told me.
But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel.
That's fair. I mean, we'll have to wait till next week to see what happens.
Maybe.
As always, I had something else to say on that,
I have
but I
nothing
can't
to say.
remember Because, I mean, I don't know. I was
I've
talking about
committed to the bit
how I
of
thought it was going to be a
wearing this the
goofy
whole time.
audition.
And this thing is so warm and it is putting me to sleep. I'm struggling to stay awake.
Wake up! Wake up!
That's why I've said like nothing. I've been like fading. So people are gonna watch this back. You're gonna see me going.
I just thought you were just doing it for a bit.
Well,
You were
no.
trying
So
to
the
be
first half, I was
sarcastic.
doing a bit of just doing nothing but staring into the camera, and then I started falling asleep. I was
Little did you both know, I enchanted Jacob's Pusheisty with words of binding before he put it on.
There's some binding on the chest. Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! I don't know. I guess if maybe you both could entertain one more theory that I have.
A query.
I feel like this
What?
itself is very much a stretch, so I don't believe that this could happen. But what if we actually saw Inquisitors?
No.
Because as Ventress was saying that if Omega does have a high M count, the Empire isn't going to stop until they get her, and it's going to get more and more like dangerous as time goes on.
The only thing that would make me say maybe not, because I do think that's a good theory,
And I don't
is
it's
care
a
what
bad
your
one.
answer is.
I have this weird feeling that
Okay.
Hemlock is trying to hide from Palpatine the fact that she's missing from the facility. So
Certainly,
I
yeah.
think that the Inquisitors, because they answer directly to Vader, that it for him might be too close to Palpatine, and Palpatine finding out that he lost the one thing that Palpatine is getting close to
until
for
the
Force
attack
Ghost.
on Tantus happens, and because it's so big, then Darth Vader has to show.
I don't think
No,
Darth Vader or
I'm with Jacob.
Freddy Fazbear?
I really think Darth Vader's going to show up before the end of the show. They have the model for Darth Vader from Clone Wars season 7.
Sure.
I'm saying it's probably going to get reused. They also might they might do like a total like Avengers Endgame thing and call on all their allies from throughout the show, like the Martez sisters, like
You're not wrong. Those
Like
are
some-
real
like
characters
Sid
you could
coming
still
back?
see. in
like
this.
General Syndulla from Ryloth, what's his name? Sham
Sham.
Syndulla
Yeah.
from Ryloth. You know, all the characters that they met up
Captain
with
Ryloth.
and made friends with throughout the show. I
Captain
think that,
Ryloth to the rescue.
You think Sid's coming back?
yes, I think Sid will come back and help them as well.
I don't want to see Sid.
Yeah,
again.
this is for goggles.
That's what she'll say. Fee will bring Sid.
Bad Batch assemble.
Bad Batch assemble.
Omega's about to get beat down by some G1 Dark Troopers, and then all of a sudden,
She's got help.
and it's Fee and Sid and little
Thanos
Hera.
is about to Earth 323 Iron Man to Omega just.
Oh, and all the slum rats from that one mining place they went to. You remember that?
And all the pod racers that
Yeah.
Tech made friends with.
Yeah. For the former champion.
And the droids that Echo played droid with. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they're gonna come
Yeah.
back. Especially the little astromech, but like with the arms.
Wait, where's Cad Bane? Cad Bane was in the trailer.
That's true.
Holy cow, I just forgot about that.
Dang.
And
That's one
Boba
of
Fett's
the-
going to show up too.
Uh-huh.
And Savage Opress is going to show up too.
The only other thing from a trailer we also
Savage
haven't
Dior?
seen yet is like there's something. There's like a
Savage.
sea creature that like attacks.
No, we saw that this episode.
This episode.
Was that the same one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that's gone.
Oh Lord.
Jesse made another.
The Bad Batch is actually just the Batch fights another episode. I ruined the bit. I'm sorry.
Have you seen those memes where it's like
sorry.
you
I'm just
stutter in
sorry.
front of your friend and then it's just you beat up your friend because you're mad you stuttered?
Yeah, dude. Stuttered and I ruined the bit entirely. That's the worst
Filler
part.
Batch fights another big mean monster,
Thank you
and
for
nothing
finishing.
happens to forward the main story.
Thank you for saying that. Okay, okay.
Welcome, Jackson.
I could just post that clip and then people will be like,
I agree, and I like this video because woke Disney trash on my TikTok timeline again.
please describe to me what is woke in the Bad Batch.
Woman.
Well,
Well, I haven't touched a woman before, so I think that's woke, and women don't live within at least a 50-mile radius of me because they can't do
I
that
just
legally.
hate that
least
the
my mo-
clones, they made
least
the
my mom
clones
said I'm
not
handsome.
white anymore. That just grinds my gears.
They whitewashed our brothers. Never forget what they did.
So I'm not wearing a mask. I have no identity in this one.
My name's Connor. I'm actually.
Of course, the bad guy is a white guy in the show. First Rampart and now Hemlock. All the bad guys are the only white people here.
Oh, so goofy.
All right. Do you want to stop with the batch and just quickly cover action figure news for this week?
Yes.
Okay.
Figures.
So in the Imperial,
I got this.
Jacob has it.
In the Imperial. Ah!
You flinched for once.
Well, because I don't have a lot of peripheral in this, so I felt movement and I didn't know it was coming. So with the Imperial March, they decided to drop a banger for the Black Series.
Banger.
So the least important of these two bangers is there's this like 2-pack with a clone trooper and a droid in it for $40.
Why would
Good
you say
price.
that's least
45.
It's 45.
I'll explain that when you're done.
Tax. So, but no, it's a 2-pack with a shiny clone with a new head and then a shiny droid. So it's really good for army building. Has new packaging that looks like the Civil War poster. Very cool. But then there's the most important out of these two. There is the Last Command Thrawn book 4-pack with Sabayoth, Luke, Mara, and Lauk.
Who the hell are these people, bro? I mean, looking at this, I'm like, who?
So Sabayoth is a cloned Jedi who's gone mad and he's trying to usurp.
Is that Druid Sabayoth?
That's Daruth Sabayoth.
That's how you pronounce it and
Yes.
spell it? Okay, I thought I was just having a stroke.
No, you're illiterate. So
David, I just can be mad that I didn't know that.
So
Sorry, David.
there's
His name is
Sabayoth,
Daniel Ponce, dude.
Sabayoth,
I'm
which
sorry,
is
Daniel.
a W, and then Mara, which is just a repack. But I don't have that figure for my
I
collection
heard she has
yet.
a new swappable head.
I did not see that, but that would be
Yeah.
cool.
Everybody
Either
on the
way,
packaging
W.
about Mar going, she's in the wrong costume.
She's in the wrong
so
costume.
It's
No,
the Black Series.
it's like
took an L.
guys, isn't she like in a book where you use your your fucking imagination? So shut up, please.
My headcanon, she was wearing a G-string. I don't know.
Get out of the head! Get out of the head! Get out of the head! Get out of the head!
Anyway,
Oh, geez.
Sorry.
there's so shut up. Just
Why doesn't the March 8 figure have double D's and a thong? I can't take it. It's not my head.
Anyway, so that figure's cool. The Luke is a repack, but the Lauk looks pretty good. The new head on
Dude,
on
that's like nightmare fuel. That new head
What the
sculpt
hell
on
is a
Luke.
Luke?
It's a clone of Luke,
Evil clone.
like evil clone turn to the dark side.
That's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
You got to read those
Pretty
books,
crazy.
bro. They're cool.
I'm not going to read those books.
You're a bitch.
You know what I'm going to do? Actually, no. I found something that was really good. So I've been starting to read in quotations, expanded universe
He can't
books and
read.
material because I found some guy on YouTube. I will plug him in the comments if somebody asks me, but he makes basically book videos explaining the expanded universe books. So I've seen the one for Death Troopers and then for Red Harvest, and he basically summarizes like the book and like tells it in like a pretty interesting way.
Does not
too.
do it justice. Read the damn book.
I'm sure the book is perfectly fine, but for
It's
shills like me
fantastic.
who will not read the book, it's 30
For
minutes
illiterate
long.
children like myself who cannot read, I will watch this silly little YouTube video.
Jacob, when's the
and
last
join
time you sat down and read a book? Because you listen to audiobooks. I don't even want to hear it from you. Like, oh, an audiobook. Shut up.
You want to know? You want to know the last time I read a book?
When's the last time
Oh,
you read a book?
2 days ago, I started rereading Black Spire because I might be working there.
That's a bitch. Bitch. The Jackson and Jacob beef went hard this episode. Sorry, everyone.
Calling a brother out for listening to audiobooks.
That's all he does.
That's
He's like,
no.
an audiobook, because I can't read.
Says the one that refuses to read.
I read books. I just don't read books.
Goggins didn't write it, I don't want to read it. If it's not about David Goggins, I don't care. Or if it's the Book of Satan. you dumbass. Jackson over here.
Goatman book good.
I didn't start
This man's
reading
told
it.
me how to spend my money. Yes, I'll spend my money on his book.
That's wild.
Anyway.
Wait a
We
minute.
should put a disclaimer before there's a whole section saying that we just go crazy.
Neither of you guys can read because you're colorblind. Duh.
Thank you for that.
I think we should gang up and bully him.
But the funniest part of that 4-pack reveal for me was everybody in TVC crying about it because they're like, it should have been me, not him, me. Because they're like, why would the Black Series people like a 4-pack of these super mysterious characters that I only know.
Why
and
does-
I've been collecting the line for 40 years. No.
Why does doll scale fail scale get the 4-pack and I don't? I've only had 17 versions of this action figure through the last 40 years of my collecting.
No, I only get obscure characters. Only me. Only me.
That's because our line is better than yours. That's why.
Kid is.
No, but those were the two big reveals of the week. I was
TVC
really...
reveals were Dog Crap.
Oh, yeah,
the
we're not even just gonna
HK
cover
and
that.
the Dark Trooper. They're boopy doopy. Sucks
Yeah.
to be you.
Sucks to be a TVC fan every day, collect the Black Series. But the Trooper 2-pack, though, I was really surprised because it was advertised as being a Pulse and a Disney exclusive, but now it's on Amazon and Entertainment Earth, and I'm only going to believe it's going to be on Big Bad.
It is on Big Bad.
It's already on Big Bad.
Well, basically, it's a fan channel now, which makes me even think maybe it'll show up at GameStop at some point.
That would be pretty
Is
cool,
GameStop's
too.
a fan channel now?
Didn't Hunter
But-
order like 12 of them?
Hunter ordered 11, and I'm buying...
What?
Yeah,
He
because...
ordered 11 of them?
Because he only wants the B1 battle droids, so I'm gonna buy 3 of the clone troopers off of him.
my
Hendrix is
God.
buying a few. I think Hybrid said he might buy 1 or 2.
Goofy.
But he did that so we could all buy the troopers off of
Goofy.
him.
11 of them is crazy.
How much is that, fellas?
Do the math.
Bro, that's 45 before tax.
My buddy just makes a quick
45 times
bandy.
11.
45 times 11 is 495.
495 before tax.
Oh my god.
Brother was too busy getting his money up and not his funny up. That's how he got
Hey,
us.
bro, I got my money up, bro.
Yo.
Hey, bro, friend quota has been reached. You cannot come.
No, but I mean, I'm happy for because this is the perfect opportunity to get B1 battle droids that are just a single like color variant too. And then if you really want, our good friend Commander Cook customized a bunch of battle droids like their classes in Battlefront, and it
No.
looks really dope.
Dude, Commander Cook's life is just the equivalent of indentured servitude, dude.
It's indentured servitude
Commander
to
Cook
Hybrid
is,
and Hunter.
dude, Hybrid and Hunter, Cook, you need to start charging them so they stop just dumping customs on you, dude. Because I called them both out for that, and they were like, well, actually, I only have 3 more things that I'm sending him. I'm like, this man is also like doesn't make commissions right now because you guys have him swamped in free work. My man, well, to be fair, Cook is getting a lot of content out of it though, so.
Cook also just hit 2,500 subs on YouTube, so congrats to you, man. That was dopeness.
Pass some of them our way. What the hell, dude?
Way to go. Way to bot your numbers, brother.
Bought your number.
God did.
Dog did.
Anyway.
Yeah, but the 2-pack was weird because when it got revealed, they were like, yeah, and it's going to be $39.99.
Yes.
And then it was $44.99 everywhere, which I would have been fine because that's still less than the cost of 2
Yeah,
figures.
still the cost of 2 figures. It's just weird.
And then the
It's price.
4-pack was, when it was revealed, was $99.99.
Yes.
And then it was $89.99 when it came out. So I was like, oh, so they actually dropped that by $10.
Yeah, I think that's good that they dropped the price. Again, I don't know what's wrong with the numbers. I know our European audience was actually discussing how it's way more expensive for them to buy either of those 2 packs.
Nah, because you got to hear the new complaint though about the multi-packs. There's something, I forget what people.
multi-pack
Usual
packs.
Mike, our friend Usual Mike TV did a
Shout out to
video
the homie.
where he was talking about what TVC collectors were calling these multi-packs. Oh, and it was like, it's basically the equivalent of like, oh, scummy Hasbro is putting all the characters I want behind a paywall, so I have to buy repacks again.
Those are, I mean, everything that's being released in a pack is already a single carded figure.
So then I saw my
You
boy,
can buy a regular plain trooper. If
my
you
boy
want.
Landspeeder Luke.
Yeah.
Had a really cool idea where he did a video and he was like, hey, so what are some multi-packs that you would like to see? But the rule is at least half of them have to be straight repacks or like a figure that's already made. Is there anything that comes to mind for you for a multi-pack of at least 4 characters where you're like, oh, like, and 2 of them you're like, these are either literally straight repacks or like retools?
I don't know. I mean, besides like the army build-ups, I mean, those are all repacks for sure.
I got a good one for you
All right,
that I was
hit me
thinking
with it,
of.
hit me with it, hit me
This
with
is a real product that came out for the Clone Wars TV show when we were kids. 4-pack. The repacks are 3 clone troopers. I'm thinking season 1, episode 1 of the Clone Wars. Ambush, where you have Yoda with the three
Oh,
Lieutenant
yeah.
Thayer, Jack, and Reese, because Reese is literally just repack of the new Phase 1 Clone Trooper.
Yeah,
And then Jack and Thayer would just have a couple new parts that are added to them.
that's true.
And then you just repaint them. There you go. There's your 3 characters, and then you get the new Yoda. That's their way of repacking the brand new Yoda that's coming out with that Gree figure later on. So I was like, that's a dope 4-pack. And I'll totally buy that. And it's literally a product that they've already made before.
That's true. Good point. Good point.
Yeah, so I thought that, I think it's really silly, though, that that's the complaint. But the good thing is that people are really enjoying these multi-packs.
Yep.
I enjoy them.
I enjoy them.
I'm curious to see how successful the Trooper and Droid multi-pack does.
Well, I'm like excited because I'm seeing that it's still in stock everywhere,
It
and
is
I'm
still in
hearing
stock.
how many people bought. Like
Yeah.
I was like lurking and out of the basement's Discord, and people were like, yeah, I bought 4, I bought 5, I bought 4, and no one had any trouble ordering them, and
That's good.
it makes me excited that there's a troop builder pack that people want multiples of that they're keeping in stock, and they were like actually prepared for them. I thought it was gonna sell out in like a minute.
I did think
I
it was
thought-
going to sell
yeah.
out too. That's why I was concerned, but it started popping up.
They
on
saw
other
them
retailers.
AliExpress stats. They went, oh, we gotta print money too.
Oh, Jackson, don't you have lore though on the Target exclusive Clone Trooper 2-pack though?
Oh yeah, so by the time this episode comes out, it will be Good Friday. So happy Good Friday and Easter weekend, everybody. But when I was talking to Target associates, I contacted multiple Targets when we were coming back from Wisconsin and then our home area as well.
Because the figures are popping up in stores,
Yes.
but they're register locked.
Yes, so the Clone Trooper 2-pack should be at everyone's Target right now in the back. Our area has it.
Storm the
We are-
back! Take it! You deserve it!
We're on the East Coast, so everything gets to us the latest anyway. So that means everyone should have it, but it's register locked until Easter. So it doesn't matter if they put it on the shelf or if you get somebody to get it out for you. When you try to scan it, it's not going to work. So the only way to get it right now is to either purchase it on Target.com at midnight the day of Easter, or you're going to have to order in store as well for that day. But my worry, especially for us, for ordering it in store, is people aren't going to be working on Easter in the store. So they'll probably reopen the day after Easter and they'll show up to do everything and they won't have any of their online orders fulfilled.
Well, I'm gonna
because
do
they
the
haven't done that
most
in the
dastardly
past.
thing that we did for the Obi-Wan Kenobi figures. I'm gonna order them through the store
Oh yeah.
for pickup, and then I'm just gonna walk in the second they open
Oh same.
and just be like, yeah, I'm here to get this Clone Trooper 2-pack. They're gonna give me one. I'm just gonna cancel my order.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what
You know
I'm
what I
gonna
could
do
also try
realistically.
though?
What?
Could also try just keeping my pickup order and then just seeing if I can get a second one. Because they do limit you to one in store. At
They
least
do
at our
limit
Target.
you to the one. Yeah,
I need to
so they
get one
will.
because my dad missed the pre-order and he really wants it, so I have to get up and get it for him.
Yeah.
But that's
I've also
actually-
At all
missed the
costs,
pre-order.
at all costs, I will get it for my father.
That's actually good
Even
on
if that means killing you too.
That's actually good
At
on
all
our
costs.
Target though, because the lady that runs the toy department at our Target, she used to work at Toys R Us with my dad.
You look goofy.
And that was a rule
No,
that
I
they
can see
had at their Toys R Us when it was open in Erie, before they price gouged everything like
Yeah.
they do now. They that was their whole thing was they only let when a new release came out, one per customer. Mm-hmm. So that was that's pretty awesome that she keeps that rule. At this
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's fair for people buying it. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to show up. Thankfully, on Monday, I don't have school. I'm still off that
I
day.
do.
So I'll
I'm
just
on
show
third
up.
shift on Monday, so I'm just gonna be shit because on Easter I work first shift and then I
Yeah.
switch over. So I'm gonna be like, oh, that's such a shame that you guys can't get this action figure, but I can. To all the people that have 9-to-5 jobs.
What time are you off for that shift?
7.
Oh, okay. That's when I'll roll up to Target.
Fuck
Yeah.
both of you. I'll roll up at 5.
Remember
We did
when?
that before for Squishmallows.
And then but we're the only ones that show up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
So, I
even
mean,
worried
as
about
long
it
as it's
anymore.
the three of us, we'll be fine. I feel like any more is going to be too much, though.
If
Yeah, I
hybrid
agree.
comes, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, well, there's a Target near him that he can
Yeah,
go
you
to
can
now.
you can
so.
stay in his stinky ass state.
The King
Stay
of
away.
Ohio did release my 2-pack from the clutches of DHL, though, so I gotta. Yeah, but I
We'll
think I
see
might.
how
I think I
that
might
goes.
try that though. The in-store order thing. Like if we all
Yeah.
secure ours from the back, then I might just be like, oh, and then like wait on my pickup order, see if I can get it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Anyway.
But I feel like that's all that we have for this episode, everybody.
Show enough.
Thank you so much for making it to the very end if you did. Just like to remind everybody again to follow us. I'm going to finish the intro because you're standing there and go,
Whoa! Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the 1313 podcast. Please, if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, follow us on all of our social media, that being Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Press that join button to join level 1313. It's only 99 cents. If you don't have 99 cents, that means you're poor.
Thank you for the 99 cents, brother. Next time, make it $2.
make it $2, brother. Make it
You get a nice little sticker, a nice little icon next to your name. It means that we love you. And if you want to go above and beyond in supporting the podcast, support us on Patreon so you can get entered and win this thingy. If you're in the Gungan Bus tier, and that would be really nice of you. Because then you could afford to have all three of us on the show at the same time again. Maybe you'll raise so much money that you can afford all three of us and a nice camera. That would be nice.
Maybe the real reason that Jacob was not has a poo shiesty on is because it's not actually Jacob. It's just a stunt double.
This is just a deep faked version
It's
of
fake
me.
Kanye. It's fake Jacob. It's the Kanye clone on set.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.